Today I want to do a review of a few different Tinders that we typically carry with us in our packs or our kits. First one I want to talk about is cotton. Pretty common, a lot of people carry it, just cotton balls. If you use cotton, just when you buy it, make sure that you get the 100% pure cotton. Some of the synthetic stuff will tend to melt, doesn't light quite as easily, but for today we're just going to use 100% cotton. I'm just going to use a fire steel for all of the lighters. We'll see if we can get them all lit. As you can see, cotton lights rather easily. Next on the list is some dryer lint. When you use dryer lint and collect it, make sure that the load of wash that you're collecting it from was cotton. Cotton towels or whatever, and it'll light a lot easier. If you have synthetics in there, again, it's going to tend to melt like the cotton balls will if they're not 100% cotton. As you can see, that lights very easily. Pretty similar to cotton balls, and they're free. Free is always good. Next up is petroleum-soaked cotton. You can carry it any way you want, really. Ziploc bag, film canister, or one just wrapped in some tin foil like this. With petroleum-soaked cotton, you want to separate the fibers. You can see it's kind of compressed. And just separate the fibers a little bit so you can expose some of those. Get your fire steel on it, and this will burn a little bit longer than the plain cotton balls. Burn for a good little while. Give you plenty of time to get your secondary tinder on there. Next, I want to try the waxed sawdust or waxed fire starters. Here's some fire sticks. These are made by Coghlan. Just picked them up at Walmart. They're pretty inexpensive. Come in little sticks like this. Now, you're not going to get that to catch with a spark like that. So we'll just take a little knife and kind of shave some off of that, kind of lightly, because the finer the shavings, probably the more successful you'll be at lighting it. And you just pile them up, and we'll see if we can get that lit. It's catching a spark, but it's not lighting right up. I have done these before. I know they work. They just take a little more work at it. It's not quite as easy as the cotton. There it goes. And that'll burn for a little length of time because of the wax that's in it. Next, I know some people are carrying it because they're really inexpensive, is the Weber lighter cubes. Come in a box like this. Here in my area, Ace Hardware carries them, Home Depot, Lowe's carries them. Runs about $3.50 a box. Tray comes out like this. Now, one of the things that I've done, because I don't like to leave them all exposed to air, I have opened up some and left them for a couple of months, and they still work pretty good. So it hasn't been a big issue, but I got in the habit of covering the tray, it's like a little ice cube tray, covering it with duct tape, and then just cutting out the individual cubes when I needed them. So like here's one. You can open it up. It's got, I think they pour it right in these cubes or these trays for the mold. And it comes right out of there. We've heard, well, let me just show you how to light it. Just shave a little bit off. If you use a match, you don't need to shave it at all. Light it like this. Lights very, very easily. If you light the cube, and after you get your fire going, put it out, put it away, put it in your bag, and save it. Just make sure it's out before you put it in your bag. Next, I want to try the wet fire tinder. I know a lot of people carry the wet fire. Comes individually wrapped. Tears open very easily. It's a similar consistency to the Weber Fire Cube. This is kind of a waxy feel to it. This is a little bit more brittle, or a drier feel to it. But same thing, just shave a little bit off. You don't need to shave a lot. And it should light up. If I hit it with a spark, there it goes. Next is Esbit. You know, the Esbit stoves that come like this. You just pull them apart. It's got the fuel inside it, or you can buy the fuel individually. Not going to burn it in the stove, but again, they're individually packed and sealed. Pull them out. Again, shave some off. This is very dry and brittle. It's very soft though. As you can see, it shaves pretty easily. We're talking about fire starters here, not stove fuel. Even though this is designed as a stove fuel, you can still use it as a fire starter. And there it goes. Sometimes you got to work at them, but keep working at them. Don't quit. Next, it's another Esbit style stove, picked up, a little bit smaller, as you can see. Pulls apart and sets up like this. The fuel sits in it. A little bit smaller if you want to use that type of stove. They look like giant Alka-Seltzers. They're packaged. There's 12 in that come with the stove. 6 in a pack, 6 in a bag. And again, just shave it off. And lights up. Burns for quite a while. Let's see what else I've got laying over here. Steel wool. We often hear people talking about carrying steel wool. I personally don't, but this is 00 steel wool. It's pretty fine. Just tear off a small piece. See what happens. The reason I don't like to carry it is that if it gets wet at all, then it rusts. It's a mess. So there's things that I like better, but it's personal preference. As you can see, it goes up pretty good, pretty fast, and it gets pretty hot. That with a secondary tinder ready, you'll get a fire going fairly quick. And the last thing I think I've got, no, not the last, but next thing I've got is twine. I carry sisal twine. It's just what's available. Comes like that. When you fluff out a piece that size, it looks kind of like that. These make great for bird nests, for catching an ember when you're using char cloth or something like that. But let's see if we can get it to go up on its own without an ember, just using the steel. And yep, we can. Works pretty well. And the last thing, I know we've got a lot of hunters that are out there. If you're carrying a 22 and you've got your Leatherman, you can always pull the bullet out, dump out a little gunpowder. I happen to have another one here. And one more if I didn't spill it all out. And we'll see if that'll catch. and it does. However you can get fire. These are just a few that are common for people to carry. There's a whole lot more out there. I'll do another video of some natural tinders and some different styles and different scrapers and that sort of thing, but hope you enjoyed.